Some developers are not building career anymore. They move from one money opportunity to another money opportunity. Today, na blockchain. Tomorrow, AI automation. I dey see all of that for my DM. Tomorrow now or next tomorrow, now one very low code platform where they discover like 5 minutes ago. They play. Anything with X or Twitter say they pay now. When I don't become senior there for that thing, nah. Me now they calm down. And the truth now say, yes, if you make quick money like that, but you can also make quick money, but also slowly destroy your career. Because when every decision you make is determined by how much they go pay, you feel eventually they collect your money, nice, but if you lose your competence in the process, you feel even lose your reputation, you feel lose your peace of mind. And sometimes, it's even sometimes, almost all the time, you lose your integrity. So now, how do you win this tech game without selling your professional goal? Now, me and Amospikins, the tech prophets, they with me. First of all, I need to clear something. Money is not the enemy. We know that, right? Anybody will tell you say money no matter. If they never send an urgent billing, urgent 2K matter before. So if they don't send you before, you're going to say money is important. So you should end very well. So you should negotiate your salary. You should build profitable products. You should charge clients very well and properly. No go they suffer, say, in the name of passion. Like I said before, passion need to do it. Passion, no, they comply. But there's a difference between pursuing money and then allowing that money to control your standards. There's a difference between using AI or creating AI product and quickly packaging another person's AI API. I don't know if you understand what I just talk. Or adding one shiny dashboard. And then you are not lying about what that product can do. You can't call yourself the future of African technology. Guy, get out of the way. You just a lie. There's a difference between moving fast and building rubbish. There's also a difference between using local tools intelligently and using shortcuts to hide the fact that you do not know what you are building. The problem is when your entire career so become one very long shortcut. Come closer. You know, say tech hype can be very, very addictive. Like you see somebody post, I built this AI SaaS in 2 days and I already made $20,000. Immediately, so as you see them, your entire backend infrastructure can become useless for your eye. The project where they learn from don't suddenly automatically become very slow for your eye. You eventually abandon it. Then before you know, you don't enter that new trend. Before you properly understand that one, another person don't announce, say, this new framework has killed programming. Then, as usual, you abandon everything again. In 3 years, you've touched 20 different technology, but you don't master any one inside. You know how to generate projects, but you don't understand how the project they work. You sabi connect API, but you don't know, you don't feel explain authentication. You feel deploy templates, but you know sabi debug them when production explode. See, and all this is be the hidden cost of constantly chasing trend. You go just say you actually they permanently busy, but professionally shallow. And shallow knowledge is very profitable until something breaks. See, and some money now feel look very cheap to collect, but later they become expensive. See, I might use this thing as example. It's weird, but let me say it. One person said, you build one fake investment website. The money they're very attractive. You know, say the business they suspicious. Yeah, but you tell yourself say your own not to write code. No, your code is not morally neutral when you know what it will eventually be used for. Another company asks you, say, you collect user information without properly protecting it. You know, say the system is insecure. Instead of saying you speak up, you keep quiet because you don't want to lose that contract. Another person tell you, say, you copy an entire competitor's product, steal their content and manipulate users. You accept it because, of course, everybody, they also. That one no be also. This is how people gradually train themselves to stop having standards. Because actually, nobody, they wake up one morning and then you don't say you don't lose your integrity. No, gradually. It happen one small compromise at a time. You go tell yourself, just this once. No, just this one business. No, might just do what doing for that, I'm a guy. Before you know, you can no longer explain or proudly explain what you use your skills to build. Anyways, let's move to the architectural side. A sustainable tech career actually needs architecture. Your tech career don't supposed to get one point of failure, what they call hype. Make sure say you build strong foundations. I remember when we just started our full stack development class last year. Some people they complain, say we are moving too slow. Now they see the reason why that basics they important. Understand how the web works. You need to sabi how data they move from system to system. I they tell you, you need to understand database beyond just copying ORM commands. We those days when our ORM no dey, wetin we dey write? Pure SQL inside code. Sometimes I still do it till now, but they look like you like say you stupid. Anyways, that year, if you debut software that year, you feel automatically come out like say you be database administrator because you know almost all the SQL commands. So you need to learn authorization, authentication, software testing, security, debugging, and deployment. Understand what happen when your external API fail. Learn how to read documentation. And then you don't need to turn every to-do app into Netflix infrastructure. Because say complex no be evidence of your intelligence. So no reason. Complexity is no evidence of intelligence. Don't go they do that mistake. A very good engineer no be the person where they use the biggest or the most complex architecture. No. A good engineer na the person will understand the problem deeply enough to choose the best architecture for that project. Sometimes the solution are distributed system. Yeah, we know. Sometimes now just one very well-built monolith. Sometimes if you be saying one custom code, sometimes na still even procedural development you need. The way they do PHP, those that they tell you. In fact, sometimes all those low-code platforms na them be the best choice sometimes. Technical integrity means you are not choosing tools because they seem to make you feel or seem intelligent. They choose them because they solve the real problem responsibly. So the best kind of work gives you more than money. It go give you stronger judgment. It go give you reusable knowledge, evidence of competence. It go improve your network. It go improve your reputation. It go teach you something where go still matter when the current trend disappears. Before you accept that your next project, ask if this will make you better. Have you not heard that people sometimes leave some companies because they are not growing? You think say they're foolish? They are not foolish at all. They are not foolish. You go ask yourself, can you publicly associate your name with this product? Are you creating value? Or just they take advantage of that excitement? And will you still respect this decision after the money don't finish? Things, my friend will say, I'm thinking, yeah, things you should ask yourself. Because money go finish, but your name will still be attached to the work. Some people go drag me, Amospikins, you deliver project late, slow. If I give you any project become any no be me, you go still come drag online. Exactly. So guy, build wealth, not just revenue. See, the people who truly win in tech are mostly not the loudest people. Walai. I know saying that they look us now, say, Amospikins, they can't talk the content. It's Sabi and blah, 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 blah. Who tell you? You know some people. If I know bring Andrew come out that day for interview, all of them, they say, get one guy who write down for X, to say, sometimes they disrespect some account. Oh, you not gonna know say person way good like that day. We come out, yes, and it's helping you people, and we like it now, our passion. But some people good waiting no good. You get some people where they work for us for our company for Digi or Baba. Sometimes when they prepare content, I go say, bro, Alpha, observe them. Sometimes our discussion, I take do content. People day, now you never meet them. People day for this country. People they hot. And those kind of people are the people where they feel deliver even after all the hype don't move on. Them they understand system, they solve real problem. Then they protect users, they protect clients. So build responsibly and become the kind of engineer whose sources can survive every kind of trend. So remember, money can open doors. But remember, so only competence and character can keep you inside the room. Bye.